Anime is not a personality trait. So yeah, pretty much anime is not a personality trait. And I wanted to bring this up in a video because I see a lot of stuff going on that kind of makes me go like, what are they even talking about? Because to me, watching anime is a hobby. You know what I mean? That's what it's, and honestly, if you really think about it, that's what it should be for everyone. Watching anime should be a hobby. It should not be a definition of a person's character. And I can tell people really think this is a personality trait. I'm gonna bring up two examples. All right, so the first example is a lot of the times when I bring up the fact that I watch anime, people say things that just don't make any sense. They be like, oh, you're weird.
So the first word that comes to your head when you think of guys who watch anime is
weird, I guess.
Dang, that's crazy.
That don't make no sense.
Two people who watch anime can have two completely different personalities. On one hand, you can have a person who watches anime and who is weird, but you also can have a person that watches sports and they are weird. It doesn't define your personality. Pretty much, people automatically assume that you're weird if you watch anime, and that's just my first example. Later on in the video, I'm gonna get to some more examples, but I want to finish like giving my points on this one. I just don't understand how people automatically generalize a whole population of people who enjoy your hobby as weird, and they generalize people that we all act the same. Sometimes they be like saying things along the lines of, oh, you watch anime, so that means you don't shower and you don't like real girls. Literally, someone has told me that. They're like, you don't like real girls. And I'm like, what? How do you get that from me saying that I like anime? That's just a hobby. That's like you having a hobby, and let's say it's skateboarding, and I just say, oh, all skateboarders go around riding on their skateboards and putting graffiti and vandalism on all types of buildings, when that's just not the case. Honestly, I don't know where these generalizations come from. Me personally, I tend to not really like generalizations in any sense of the word, because I don't think that you can generalize a big population of people. The only way generalization would even work is if you have a small sample size and you just generalize that small sample size. But we have over 7 billion people in the world, so generalization typically does not work. And the second thing that I want to get to in this video while I'm on this subject is people who get offended if you talk about their anime. Why are you getting offended? This anime is not you. You are not this anime. For example, I'm just going to use this as an example. Let's say a person loves an anime and they have all the collectibles, they have all of the manga volumes, they have the whole 9 yards. They pretty much have everything to do with this anime. And then someone says, oh, that anime is trash. They literally get hurt and want to cry because someone said that anime is trash. Like, they feel offended that someone doesn't like their favorite anime. And why? Like, why are you getting offended because someone doesn't like the same anime as you? People are pretty much entitled to have whatever opinion they want. Two people can watch the same exact show and one person can love it and one person can hate it. But just because y'all have two separate opinions, that does not mean that one of you guys' opinion is invalid, because at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. You should not get offended if someone says that your favorite anime was not good. That should not offend you, because you are not that anime. Alright? People tend to self-identify with an anime, and I don't think you should make an anime that you didn't even create a part of your identity. Now, the only way that I would see this as acceptable in the least is if you are, let's say, the mangaka. So you're the mangaka and you wrote this and someone insults it. You have the right to feel offended because it's your work. But if you had nothing to do with it and someone doesn't like it, it should not affect you in a way that makes you offended. You should not get offended if somebody doesn't like favorite anime, because that's not you. You are not that anime. And I really want to tell that to people, because people need to stop thinking that the anime that they watch are them. It's two different things. It really has nothing to do with you. People, just because somebody doesn't like your favorite anime does not mean that they don't like you. Alright? Y'all could still probably have a lot in common except for that anime. And hopefully you guys get my point and you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy NeohXO, and I'm out.